Hey, what's going on, everybody? Junior Baker here with New Level Recruiting. That you see across the screen is my guy Damion Lewis at Prep Sports Nation. Let's pick up with this 6A, the other side of the bracket, 6A Final Four playoff game between the Westlake Lions and the Lee County Trojans. What's going on, Damion? How you doing, bro?
Hey man, can't complain. Excited that it's an exciting time, man. Teams one step closer to claiming a chip here. And like you said, Lee County, Westlake's gotta hit the road and go to Leesburg.
Yep.
Of course, this is a matchup of two number one seeds, but Lee County won the GHSA coin flip, so Westlake's got to make the road trip. I'll start off with Lee County. Tough team, tough as nails. Only loss they had was to Lowndes. Seems like a lot of people's only loss was to Lowndes.
Yeah, you're right.
But only lost to Lowndes. Other than that, in their eight regular season games, they only averaged, they only gave up 8 points per game. So their defense is monstrous. And then on the flip side, they've averaged about 50 points per game throughout the regular season. And then in the playoffs, or really the last 4 games, including the 3 playoff wins, they've averaged over 40 points per game. So they score. You move on to the other side, Westlake has been balling. 50-plus points 5 times this season, including a 70-point win. They rocked somebody by 70. And then the last, I think, outside of the Altoona win, which was 27-24, the other previous 2 playoff wins, they scored like 40-some points, 50 points, something like that. So they, too, can score the ball. I honestly think this one is going to come down to whose defense cracks first. I think for Westlake to win this game, they will definitely have to have a great game on the ground. What's my guy? 27. What's my guy's name?
Name in just a second.
Corzavius. Smart.
Yeah.
Corzavius. Corzavius in the backs, man, they're gonna have to really do their thing offensively. I feel like if they, on the ground game, I feel like if they do that, then RJ and Leo and Nate can have a field day. That's the challenging part. We talked about this on the sideline at that Westlake Alatoona game.
Right.
Unless you got 2 star-studded, lockdown corners over there,
yeah,
your DB is gonna be in for a night.
Yeah,
you ain't gonna be able to double cover both of them. That's number one. But I only think that's successful again if Westlake can be successful on the ground, and they're gonna have to establish that early. Now, look, that Corzavius, that boy, that's a grown man.
Man,
that man.
Hey, he's D1 Power 5 ready now with his size.
Man, what?
6'1", 220.
What scared me? I got scared just looking at the boy. Like,
man, come on, man. It was really out there that night. This man got the crop top on, got the arms, the robot. I said, who is that kid? What they build this guy? Man.
Man. So that's my thing. I think for Westlake, the ground game is gonna have to be key. The reality of it is, it's gonna be, that Leesburg crowd is not gonna be friendly. So it's gonna be they're gonna have from the crowd cheering over there for Lee County, and then they're gonna have their hands full. But like Coach May said after the game, if they do them, and they cut down on their mistakes and all that kind of stuff, they can win the game. So I don't know. They got a tough task in hitting the road and going down there to try to pull it off. But do they have the tools to do it? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So.
All right. Well, I'm gonna start off at Lee County. The Caleb McDowell kid at running back, man, he's like none other. He's special. That kid really is special.
Yeah.
You're going against that Westlake defense. They give up some points. They really do. So I really think McDowell, he's going to get his. like off rip. Nobody stopped them all season. Nobody, not Lowndes. Even though Lowndes beat them, they didn't stop. You know, so I look at him being an X factor for Lee County. Like you talked about Westlake in the running game. That's something that Lee County also has to establish, the running game. Because, in the trenches, that's where it starts. Big man up front, biggest man up front, baddest man up front wins. And that just trickles down to the rest of your team right there. But then we get to the Great Westlake, the quote unquote the Lake Show. And that's exactly what it is, the Lake Show. It's pick your poison, man. Come on, Jack West Smith, Theo Blackburn, Card Collins. Then if you want to be funny and you want to really run a score up, you bring Nate, from the defensive side of the ball, let him do his thing. Then you got Travis Booker Jr. in the slot. It's like, come on, man. It's like, does Lee County, answer this question for me. People watching this video, does Lee County have the athletes to stop Westlake's athletes? That's like the $1 million question. Don't get me wrong, I'm not slighting Lee County not one bit. They got plenty of athletes down there. But these boys up here from the city, they different. Them boys different, man. They different breed. They got speed, they got strength. They coming with it, and they playing with a chip on their shoulder. Of course, Westlake is still playing that inspired football. Robinson strong. That's the motto. So, I look for Lee County to come out there, put up a heck of a fight. But like I said, Westlake is just playing some really, really good football, inspired football, and they're out with a point to prove. People always talk about Westlake got all the talent, man, but they can't never get out the second or third round of the playoffs. Well, look, it's 2020. Here they are in the Final Four. So, that's my take on it. That is the game that I am covering. Junior Baker is getting on the road, heading down to Leesburg, Georgia this weekend, 3-hour ride. So, I'm down for it. I just want to see some good football, man. Don't y'all get out there and play some sorry game. I'm coming to see some real good football.
Hey, man. And just for the record, although I'm not picking, my daughter graduated from Westlake, so let's go Lions.
Look, there you have it. That's Daminon.
Come on, man. We're university over there playing softball, man. Let's go, Lions.
Hey, we're going to leave it just like that. Y'all know we rocking.